Oh, oh, is it over? Almost. Okay. To the keyboard. It's playing by itself. I got Ghost in here playing the keyboard for me. Woo! Cool. Shut up. Found a volume button anyway. It keeps going and going. I don't know why it does that. It's been hit a few times. Actually, it's still working, but I just don't know what to do with it yet. I haven't touched it for 9 years. You think I remember anything? Barely. And even then I wasn't playing it really. I didn't play it. I played more like in the 80s. That's when I was like kicking butt playing on this thing every day and every night. But then I stopped. I don't know why. I just did. Got bored. I don't know. Oh, well, at least we got the old trio in here. Is that cool or what? So, what is he drink? He's drinking? I didn't think he did that. Okay. Yeah, I'm drinking wine coolers. And I don't care what the hell they put in it. I like them, okay? I don't care. They taste good. La 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 la. Woo! Like that was in tune. Not. Was that in tune? No. You know how? Ask me if I care. No. I wish I could get you guys on their telephone. Dang it. I could try, but I don't think it's going to work. As they said, it echoes. You know? How am I going to do a show with the echo? I could try. I don't know if, Mojo, if your phone even works on Skype anymore. Does it? Are you on Skype anymore, Mojo? Hello? Hello? Say something. Speak. I'm watching the chat. I wait for her to speak. Eh? I don't think she's listening. She's talking about eating candy. I don't know. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So I found another ghost story to read. And I'm not looking at chat now. So if you guys are wondering why I'm not looking, that's because I'm not looking. Okay? I'm going to read something else. Woo! Let's see. Pick one. I don't know. The Haunting of Hot Springs. I like hot springs. You ever been to a hot spring? It's pretty nice. No, I don't know. I think it gave me a rash for the rest of my life, though, because I went to a hot spring and I got this rash and it won't go away. I mean, it goes away. It comes and goes all the time. It's like really strange. I think it's not like poison oak. It's like I got something else from the springs, I think. So I don't know if it's really good to swim in those darn things. Really. So it's just it's a minor rash. It's not not my whole body or anything. It's just like I get spots, a rash will break out and then it'll go away. It'll break out and it'll go away. Stupid thing. Anyway, I used to be perfect once upon a time. And then we get old. It sucks, okay? Anybody that's young, I'm telling you right now, it sucks to be old, okay? It sucks, okay? Don't listen to your grandparents. They're going to say nice things. It's not nice. It sucks to be old, okay? I'll just tell you that. As soon as you get your first wrinkles, you're going to go, it sucks to be old, right there. Anyway, get off that point. Alright. Okay, here we go. The Haunting of... Wait a minute. Sucking on one of those things again. It's my cigarette pill. Tastes like cherry. A cherry cigarette pill. Okay. The Haunting of Hot Springs. Hot Springs is a quiet little town nestled deep in the Blue Ridge, almost at the Tennessee border. The French Broad River carries itself quickly through the town, and paddlers and kayakers flock to the town for its perfect rapids. Oh, man! That sounds like fun, but I'd be screaming my head off if I was one of those rapid boats, you know? Scares the crap out of me. But anyway, it would be fun, though, but I'd be screaming. I wouldn't be paddling. I'd be just sitting there screaming. Anyway, the town gets its name from the natural hot springs which bubble up from the ground. The waters, renowned for their natural healing properties, brought tourists to the hot springs to take the waters throughout the 19th century. But something near the springs never seemed happy with that success. 2 grand hotels have been built near the springs, and those 2 grand hotels have both come to ruin. What? Patton's White House, which was built in 1837 and at the time boasted the largest ballroom in North Carolina, burned to the ground in the middle of the century. Its successor, the Mountain Park, built in 1886, was an even grander 200-room hotel with a 9-hole golf course and 16 marble pool baths, also burned to the ground in 1920. The town seemed cursed, but by whom and for what reason? Probably a neighbor if I didn't want him there. Yeah, I mean, really, you know. That was a stupid hotel. If somebody built a hotel up on my hill on top of it where I don't actually own the land up on the top, I'd be ticked off, okay? Maybe I would want... No, anyway. Maybe the cause of the curse is the strong and noble ghost of a Cherokee man that people have reported seeing near the springs for the past century. The warm waters flowing from the earth were sacred to the Cherokee, and perhaps the spirit of this Indian has taken offense to his sacred land being used as a dipping spot for wealthy whites. You can take a dip in the white, and you can't mess me up. You can take a dip in the springs at hot springs, although on much less grand scale than during the heyday of the resort. The water is pumped from the springs into the hot tubs, and if you go ask the tub number 9, it's the secluded one by the side of the river where the ghost of the Indian is said to be most often seen. Oh, yeah, okay, no, I ain't going there. Nah, no. No. That sounds kind of freaky, though. That's a good one. I like that one. Yeah. Here's a demon dog. Oh, my goodness. Demon dog. Okay. Here, demon dog of Valley Cruces. It looks like... It's not the same like Cruces, like Mexico. It's just like Cruz... I don't know. Cruces? Spelled different, okay? I don't know. Anyway, I'll just say Cruces because it's easy for me. One of the most frightening apparitions in the catalog of North Carolina hauntings comes from the quiet mountain town of Valley Cruces. The small town takes its name, which is Latin for the Valley of the Cross, from the 2 streams which meet at the right angles in the middle of the valley. The morning mist lingers longer in the Valley of the Cross than everywhere else in the mountains, and even on sunny days, the town has a quietness to it that seems to set it apart from the rest of the world. I'm going there. I want to live there. Yeah. I want to live there. That sounds cool. But it's at night that the supernatural side of Valley Cruces reveals itself. There's a certain old stone church located along Highway 194, just on the edge of town, where among the leaning graves in the churchyard cemetery, something that could not possibly be from this world steps in and out of the shadows. Woohoo! Yeah! It happened one time that the 2 young men were driving along this road around midnight. It was a clear night, and the moon was full, bathing the valley in an eerie white glow. As their car turned a corner, passing the old church, the 2 young men saw a shadow leap out from behind one of the graves and into the road in front of them. Swerving to avoid whatever had landed in the road, the driver slammed his foot on the brake and pulled off onto the side of the narrow road, wondering what he had almost hit. He craned his head around his shoulders to see what was in the road. It was a dog, but not an ordinary dog. This was a dog, as tall and wide as a full-grown man, covered with bristling black fur and bearing its massive yellow teeth. Sounds like Bigfoot. And the animal's eyes were glowing, not reflecting light like a dog's eyes will do, but actually glowing, burning with a smoldering red light that seems to have about it something of the very fires of hell. The one young man turned to the other and asked, "Do you see that?" "No," his friend replied, "and neither do you." Yeah, how much you been drinking, buddy? The animal began to walk toward their parked car. By mutual and unspoken agreement by the driver, lifted his foot off the brake and slammed it down on the accelerator. They roared off down the mountain road, taking the hairpin turns and twists of the road 60, 70, 80 miles an hour. Am I talking here? Oh, yeah, okay. It was only when the driver looked in the rearview mirror that he realized the dog was still following him and keeping up with them and even gaining on them. It's time to lose your mind now. It's time to lose your mind. Okay, panicked and expecting the jaws of the dog to wrap around the bumper of the car and drag it back into hell. The driver gave one final push on the accelerator, and just as the beast was about to catch them, the car leapt over the bridge and the water just below where the streams meet in the cross, and the dog stopped following them. They watched it fade into the distance and wondered what supernatural law it was that an animal was obliged to obey that kept its territory limited by the boundaries of the water. The two young men drove into the boon. What the heck is that? And went to the local Waffle House, since it was the only place around that was open 24 hours, and they both knew that neither one of them was going to sleep that night. The boon? Okay, this story was told to me some years ago by a man who said he was driving the car that night. I can vouch for him being a generally honest fellow, and all I can add is that whenever I drive by that church in Valley Cruces, I always anxiously count the seconds until I reach the bridge. Okay! That goes for another song. Woohoo! Let's see. Okay. I'm thinking. Did I play this one yet? Let me see. I don't think so.